sometimes play chess. And when I'm out, I'm looking for that vintage fling. But all complexions that I adore, so hard to find, these seem impossible to score. So I dream on to someday find that vintage love.
Hello friend, looking for my microphone and I don't have it, so hopefully the audio is good. Welcome to my channel. I am Tish. I am a wife, mom, leader over 40, navigating life, career, and purpose. And here on my channel, I document that via vlogs, and we'll sit down and talk sometimes. I'll just bring the camera along with me when I think that there's something that the both of us can enjoy. Today's video is one of those, so welcome to the vlog. If you are new here, hey, welcome. And if you aren't new here, welcome back. I'm so glad that you are back here with me. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe, like this video, and tell me where you're watching from down in the comment area. Today is Sunday, and my family and I just went to church, and my oldest has gone to work, so it's now my husband, my youngest, myself. We're gonna go and get something to eat. Today is a very special day, and we have nothing carved out for it other than we are so blessed and thankful to be here, to be with each other and enjoy life moving forward. It is my husband, and it is our 23rd wedding anniversary. My husband is on call today, so we can't travel outside of our area to go and do anything, so we're going to just use this day as a quality day. We are going to go and eat somewhere where it's consistent, we enjoy it, and then I also have to come back home and get ready for this week. I will be having a procedure done, and there are just some things on my to-do list that I need to get done. I also have a presentation, a workshop for an executive leadership team that I need to complete all of the final details for that and be prepared for that for tomorrow. So treating this Sunday like the wonderful Sunday that it is, but I also have to get some things done, and I also needed to pick you up and bring you along. So welcome to Sunday, day in the life. I don't know, but just come along. I'm a backseat princess, or a backseat baddie. Would that be what it is, Riley? Sure. After church, the youngest, she drove while my husband sat in the front and helped guide her through that. And I'm just going to continue sitting in the back and relaxing. Yeah, so I think in the last vlog, I believe in the last vlog, you saw her driving. So we're just trying to get her familiar with operating the vehicle on some of the simple streets, and just getting her comfortable, so after she takes the written exam and it goes into the operating exam, she'll be comfortable and not like a fish thrown out of water. So that's what we are preparing her for. She's doing a pretty good job. Stuffed. Oh my gosh, food was good. Now it is time for us to go and gather a few things before we head home and get ready for this week. Walked up on my friends and her mom TikToking on this Sunday.
From one content credit to the other. Hi, Tish.
Hi.
Guys.
Look at this diva TikToking. Looking fabulous.
81 years old, TikTok. Tish, how are you?
Tiny is a really good friend, and we passed by and we saw her and her mom outside recording, and I crashed, and it was just the perfect time because my dear friend and her mom, they took the time to pray for me for my upcoming surgery. So divine appointment, right? Yeah. Divine appointment. Nothing happens on a whim. The Lord always positions us to be in the right place at the right time. So I'm glad that I was able to see them. Now we're gonna record a little bit, and I'll talk to you in a moment. In preparation for my upcoming procedure, I had a colleague that knew about it, and her sister went through the same procedure, and they wanted to gift me with the must-have things that I would need immediately after the procedure. I'm sharing this is my first time seeing it, but from the kindness of her heart, I didn't ask for any items. When friends now say, what do you need? I tell them I don't need anything. I just need you to send me memes and funny things on my phone because I'm gonna be down for a little bit. But y'all, to have people in your life that are caring, that have a genuine, pure heart and think about you, that is a blessing. That is a blessing. So I wanted to share with you what is in here. I don't know. They gave me at least 2 items that are must-haves for after the procedure. I am having surgery. So, and like I said, the sister understood what I'm going through. So I'm just gonna share it with you. She left moments ago, and I'm excited to see, because when she was talking about some of the items, I made a to-do list of things that I needed to have on hand for immediately after, and I think that she heard me without me saying anything. So let's get into what's in here. Okay, pink and green, let's get into that. Ah, wonderful. Large print Bible word search. And it's large and wonderful for my eyes. Love that already. Love that. And I have stool softener. This is too much information. Y'all, just know that's a blessing. And some anti-gas. So if you've had surgery and you've been opened up before, you know the gas is real. That was on my list. Here are some feminine products because I'm probably going to need them. Love that. And they are an overnight. How thoughtful. And a nightgown, because I'm not going to want anything tied up to me. A nightgown is perfect. And actually, I have been making sure that I have all of my nightgowns lined up so that I can have them for afterwards. And this is such a great gift, and I'm sure I will pass it forward when I hear of someone else going through this procedure. But a heating pad, and my colleague's mom has been a nurse for over 40 years and has given me instructions, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful. So if anything has been noticed out of this, when you go through a journey and an experience, don't just hoard that experience for yourself. Pass it forward, because you never know if that is the nudge that the person is going to need. Just think outside of yourself and be a blessing to someone else. I am truly grateful, and I just wanted to share that with you. If you saw me looking over, I'm also recording a reel, but y'all, I'm grateful. I am so very grateful. I do already have a heating pad, and I have 2 So I'm going to keep this one and keep note of what I was gifted. So, because in my age range, 40 plus, the procedures tend to be kind of similar amongst women of my age. And I want to be mindful of the time that I received something good. I want to be able to pass that along to someone else when I hear about what they're going through. But these things are really, really thoughtful. I bought a gown today. I bought one a couple of days ago. I have 2 or 3 that I use, and then this one is something that I can add. I'm going to get this washed up and cleansed, and you know, the pads, I know I'm probably going to have to use these for the first couple of days. And the anti-gas, when I've watched YouTube videos and yes, primarily YouTube videos, anti-gas has been one of the things that has been a must-have, because you know, when you have surgery, they're opening you up. The air is going to be in there. And then I've talked to a few ladies that has had the same procedure, and they said the gas is no joke. So glad I got these, and a stool softener. Again, if this is too much information, go ahead and just fast forward. Again, I'm in my 40s, and at this point, we don't want to hide pertinent information if it's going to help someone else. So if that freaks you out, keep living. That's all I'm gonna say. Keep living, okay? So I am going to probably put these items and like beverages, maybe some simple snacks that aren't greasy and oily. I'm going to create a basket and sit bedside so I can have with, just things that I may need. And I do love word search because I will play them on my iPad. So to know that I have this, I can highlight it. And then y'all, it has scriptures. Can you see that? Scriptures, and I really like that about this. So very thoughtful. So this is a large print, Peace of Mind Bible word search, and the theme, come on, fear not. I love it. I'm so very grateful. So I am going to go ahead and put these things away. I'm going to leave this out so that I can wash it. And it is late in the evening, and I've procrastinated. I need to work on my presentation for tomorrow. Like, I started working on the outline. When I say presentation, I am conducting a leadership retreat workshop for a group of executives. Last week, I compiled the information that I wanted to share based on what the president told me. These are the things we need to cover. This is the goal. So I gathered information. I created an outline, and now with that outline, I got the foundation laid. Now is the presentation slides that is going to accompany the activities and the session. So I need to work on that, and I take much pride in my presentation slides. I would probably consider me to be a slide deck snob. So I need to work on those and also find an outfit for tomorrow. So tomorrow I really need to go ahead and do everything I can today. I did do my nails. Yesterday was Saturday. I did do my nails, did my toes. I took on everything, showered. I made sure unwanted hair and all of that was gone. Washed clothes. I'm going to do another load tomorrow to make sure everything that I need for the next few days is washed make sure I have all the snacks, water, the medicines, all of that done. And I need to also pack a hospital bag. I think I've been trying to do little things here and there leading up to this weekend. But right now, the priority is the presentation. Yeah. I was trying to think if was there anything else, but no, that's it. That's it. Y'all, I went to a graduation party for one of my good friend's daughter. She graduated from Spelman College, and the girl has just always been amazing in everything that she does. Like, the spirit of excellence has just followed her all through life. And that's nothing but the Lord. So she graduated magna cum laude from Spelman College and had a beautiful graduation party that was outdoors. Now, I live in Arkansas, but when I went to the party, I was like, oh, I feel like I'm on the island. Not like tropical island, like Martha's Vineyard Island. I felt like I was on the island. And the colors, Spelman's colors are like a light blue and white. So beautiful. If I remember, as I'm editing this, I will drop in a few clips of that. So proud of her. Her mom and dad, I know they say that they're proud of her, but I know when they're in their thoughts, and there's a son and a daughter, when they think of them, when nobody's watching, I know that their heart just wells up with joy, because I do the same with my children. But I'll share some clips of that, because that party was everything, and she was so deserving of it. All right, now I'm just rambling. My oldest is getting ready to come in, so I'll chat with you in just a moment. Behind my desk, I finally hung up my degrees. These were in my former office, and I've just been waiting for the perfect moment to hang them, which y'all know it's never really a perfect moment to do things. You just have to do them. But I am wanting to add some things. Like, I want to fill in the gaps on this wall. But the major thing was to get these hung up. So I have my bachelor's degree, my doctorate right there, and my master's degree. And these are prints that I have had for a long time. And I just said, you know what, let me just go ahead and get those taken up. My etiquette certification, and then this is another print that I love, and that little bee up there at the top. So I made sure to put that at the top so I could know that I wanted to fill this wall in. Like, I don't want it to be subtle. I want to fill it in with different elements. But I wanted to show you that my accomplishment wall is in progress. Love to come in here and see it. So if I have to go back into the office and I want to display my credentials, I'm just going to get duplicates. Like, I'm not going to order any special framing for it. None of that. I'm just going to go to Parchment, the document that was sent to me, print off a copy, and go to Michaels. Like, these frames, these two for my bachelor's and my master's came from Michaels. And this one for the doctorate was custom framed. But if I go to the office, I'm just going to do some duplicates and some cheap frames. I'm sure by now you have heard the chitter and the chatter about would she be an internet celebrity? I hadn't really heard of her until all of this controversy came out about a certain doctor who gives therapeutic advice on relationships and maybe life skills. I don't know. Again, I didn't really know this lady until her credentials started to be in question. And when asked about her doctorate, her dissertation, any type of verified credentials, she had an excuse to why she couldn't produce them. Something about the school. The school was closed and they lost her files and all of that. And that can be true. But then what makes it even more into question is because there were other graduates of the same school that is closed that have access and can still request access to their credentials. And I know this is just not for doctorate holders, but if you want to get your undergrad degree, your graduate level degrees, you can still access them. Because I did that. Now, my institutions have not closed. They're functioning in real time today. But I was able to contact the registrar's office and get another. I misplaced my master's degree. And in moving, I misplaced it. It's somewhere. It's just not where I can go and grab it. But I've seen it. I've had it. I contacted the registrar's office, and through Parchment, I was able to enter in my information and pay for the replacement, and they mailed it to me. Now, when I received my doctorate degree in the mail, before I received my doctorate degree in the mail, they emailed me a digital copy of it. And what did I do? I went and saved it to everything. I even have a screenshot of it on my phone, just in case I happen to misplace it. Because things happen, right? Things happen. But these items, these documents are just like birth certificates and social security cards. They are able to be retrieved. So I don't know. I don't know why she has chosen this path to not prove herself. And that's another thing. I don't feel like I have to prove myself in the rooms that I am in and the rooms that I am to enter. I don't have to prove myself. I don't have to show that I'm able to do research and that I was qualified to earn any of these things. However, if it is going to stop me from going to another level, if it's needed for me to increase or enhance or receive new credentials, and one of these things are asked for, I'm gonna produce it. I'm going to produce it if it's needed if it's needed, I'm able to receive them. So, have you heard about that? Am I telling you something that you hadn't heard about? But it has us
in an uproar like, girl, you can show, especially if you have a national platform, you're able to show yourself worthy and valuable and credentialed to speak on the things that you're speaking on, because you're going to have some of these documents near you. You're not going, you may forget the current day you're in. You may forget what you ate yesterday, but you're not going to misplace or forget your credentials. I don't understand. I really don't understand. And there are going to be signs that I have what I have. Now, my bachelor's degree, I got that, y'all, over 27 years ago. I have pictures to show you that I went there, and I have the degree. Okay. I even have, if you needed to know what high school I went to, I have that documentation. I'm sitting here now on the other side of my desk. I see my dissertations. I have 2 books. I have plaques. There will be signs. There will be signs. So she needs to stop it. That's all I'm saying. She needs to stop it, because it's an insult to those of us who've worked hard and received advanced degrees, and we're still working hard and can remember the intense sacrifice and stress that we received to get those things. For someone to just choose out of midair, oh, I give decent advice. Call me Dr. Such and Such. I Googled, I'm an expert in Google searches. Call me Dr. Such and Such. No, that's earned. All right, y'all, I did go on a tangent. And I probably did that because I'm procrastinating. I'd rather be sitting on the couch, TV surfing, which I am getting ready to turn on my television. I have been on a binge watching mission. I've been watching When Calls the Heart on Hallmark Plus. I love Hallmark because Hallmark is simple. You're going to know, you may not know the story until they tell you the story, but you're going to pretty much know how it's going to end, or the middle. Somebody's going to get upset with somebody. They're going to end up making up at the end of it, and everybody's going to have a happy ending. You pretty much understand the makeup of a Hallmark movie. I like that because I don't get stressed. Now, watch Lifetime. Hadn't watched Lifetime in a long time, but when when our girls were younger, we would watch Lifetime on Sundays with my mother-in-law and my sister-in-law because they loved it. My husband would even get involved because it's like, who is she? What is she doing? Where is he going? Oh, he's going to, Lifetime puts you on your seat, on the edge of your seat a little bit. But Hallmark, no, you can just sit back and, bake cookies, sip on something yummy, and just know that it's going to be a warm, good time. But I've been watching When Calls the Heart, and I love historical kind nods to shows. I love that. I love Little House on the Prairie. I just discovered, when I say discovered, I've always known Little House on the Prairie was a thing. But growing up, it was like, no, it's too old-timey for me. And I never gave it the time of day. But now I like it. Bridgerton, The Gilded Age on HBO Max. And what's the other one? Downton Abbey. I hadn't watched all of it. But if it is set back in time, I'm going to watch it. I'm going to watch it. I'm not yet into Westerns outside of Little House on the Prairie. So I started watching that probably at the beginning of the year. I started with season 1, episode 1, so I could understand the gist of it. And I stopped midway. I hadn't picked it back up, My dog loves it. Yes, y'all, my dog loves to watch it. So we play it for her when we're getting ready to leave. And I'm going to start watching it again, but probably after When Calls the Heart, because I'm trying to get caught up. I think I'm on season 8. And then there's another one on Hallmark Plus. It's called maybe something 1874. So it's like the time period before When Calls the Heart. If you know anything about this or you watch this, you understand what I'm talking about. I like things like that. I love watching shows that are not too heavy now, that are 50s, 60s. But if it gets too heavy, I have to be mentally prepared to sit and watch. But I won't casually go to it. One show that's not too heavy for me, but I love, is The Help. Love The Help. And back when it first came on, and I'm gonna stop yapping in just a moment. When The Help first came out, my grandmother, who was born in 1929, we started watching it. That's when it came out on what would have been DVD. She couldn't watch it. She said she just chose not to watch certain things, understandably so. Didn't push her. When she watched a little bit of it, from her experience, she noted some things were not as accurate based on her experiences, and she said she didn't like the reminder because she was a domestic caregiver when she was young during those times, and she just chose not to watch it. I get it. I get it. Yeah. But y'all, that's a fun fact about me. I love, what do we call those? I love period pieces. I love history. I love a good documentary. Like, I enjoy it. So I love documentaries. I love fiction. I love nonfiction that's going to be history related, because nothing about Bridgerton is real, right? All right, y'all. I enjoyed sitting here talking to you. I am going to now work on my presentation. I keep saying it's a presentation. I'm going to work on my slides. I'm going to turn on When Calls the Heart, and I will chat with you a little later. Hope Valley 1874. That's what the show is. That's like before When Calls the Heart. Hope Valley 1874. All right. I am still working on my slides. According to my outline and my slide list, I am down to the last 2 slides. So from that, I'm going to go through them again, double check them, see how it flows with my outline, and I'm going to write out some personal notes, and I should be done. So I'm glad that I stayed on in and got this done, because we did have an opportunity to go and dilly-dally, but I'm glad that I stay committed to this so that I can get comfortable with this and have it done. So that way in the morning, all I have to do is just my regular morning routine and pack my work bag and wait until it's time to go present. It is, although it is late, we are getting ready to eat baked potatoes. I'm going to take a break and go and eat half of my potato and laugh with the girls and my husband for a little bit. And I'm going to come back, finish this. Once I get the slides done and I go through them 2 or 3 times, I'm going to feel good to get ready to shut it down for the night. All right. I will talk to you in a moment. A small potato. It doesn't look appetizing, but it's gonna be delicious. So I'm gonna eat this and enjoy time with my family before I go back to work. Dinner has been consumed. We sat down and we started to watch The Wiz on Netflix. The last time I saw The Wiz, I was a little girl, and like the beginning of it, I knew nothing. I just remember them going down the road. So I didn't finish it because I wanted to go ahead and finish these 2 slides up before I retire for the night. But y'all, it is going to end on June 30th of this month. So if you have Netflix and you have not seen The Wiz like I have since you were little, it's now time to go and watch it. I am going to make a point to watch it sometime this week when I am resting from when I make it back from the hospital, and catch up on what it is and the characters. I stop at the very beginning where Dorothy was with the Munchkins and looking at all of the art, meaning the art, the graffiti, the songs, the dances, the acrobatics. It is filled with so much artistic expression that I did not appreciate that when I was younger and don't remember it. So it's almost like I'm going to be watching it for the first time. So before June 30th, if you're watching this before June 30th, it is on Netflix. It's called The Wiz. Michael Jackson is one of the characters in it, and I really can't tell you if he was a scarecrow or if the characters were the same as the Wizard of Oz. I don't remember. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and finish my slides. Thank you so much for coming along with me on this Sunday. It was low key, you know, church, dinner or lunch with the family, and work. My husband and I, this was special to us. We didn't do dinner plans again because he was on call. We're going to try to get in lunch tomorrow before I have to refrain from eating. And yeah, it's just as special to be able to be in each other's space in our home with our girls, and being thankful that we made it to 23 years. So it's not the traditional, we went on a trip or we went to this expensive restaurant. We do things like that. So we didn't feel pressured to do it this time because many important things are getting ready to happen, and we just wanted to make a point to give each other our gifts low key in private. I didn't document any of that, and to just spend quality time together. If you two are in a relationship and you are holding on to it and it's non-toxic, and you are celebrating milestones, congratulations to you. Marriage is not easy. It has not been easy, and it requires work all of the time because we're growing. You know, we grow from season to season, and I'm not the same person that I was 23 years ago, 10 years ago, or 5 years ago, and he's not the same person that he was. And over the course of time, we've had to realize that as we grow into the adults that we are becoming for this season, we have to allow the other person to grow. And we did a reel, and one of answering like the hard questions, and one of the questions was, have you always liked each other? And the answer is no, because we've had to work during some seasons to like each other, but we've always loved each other. And being committed and in this relationship, it's not one-sided. Both of us have to be committed to sticking with it and removing feelings from decisions, because if we were to base decisions on how we felt at certain stages of our marriage, we would not be married today. We wouldn't. And, you know, looking back at some of the times where he probably felt like I was the nag or not what his ideal version was, vice versa, and I did that to him, if we would have let it go then, we would have missed out on some wonderful times. So it's not always easy, and I can't sit here and tell you that it is always hard, because it isn't. It's work. And with God, we're here to celebrate 23 years. All right, friend, have a good time when you're watching this, whether it is morning, noon, night, weekend, or weekday. I pray that you have a wonderful day, that you have a wonderful week, and I want you to go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. Like this video and tell me hello down in the comment area, and I'd love to know where you're from, where you're watching from. All right, talk to me down in the comment area, and I will talk to you in the next video. Have a great day. Bye.